The key to a standing ovation is, first of all, having something worth standing and clapping for. So I think that eliminates about 90% of the speakers right there, because they don't have anything to say. So that's step one. Easy for me to say, hard to do. You know, if you don't have anything to say, you might want to pass on the speech, frankly. So assuming you have something to say, then the key is there's some really tactical things, like I think you should always be shorter, not longer, because typically you should want to leave an audience wanting more than saying, thank God he's over. So it's always better to be shorter. You should, I think, very tactically, you should, if you ever have a choice and they say, well, we're expecting 500 people, we have a room that can hold 1,000, just in case, or we have a room that can hold 300. Take the 300. The reason why you want 300 is because even if they're expecting 500, expectations are always overblown. So let's say if 300, they tell you they're expecting 500, but 300 show up, there's a possibility that 1,000 might show up. In the real world, 300 will show up. So now you can have 300 people sitting in a 300-person room, standing room only, 300 people in a 500-person room, 200 empty seats, or 300 people in a 1,000-person room, 700 seats. The worst case is 300 people sitting in a 1,000-person room. It affects your mentality as a speaker because you're thinking, oh my God, you know, I'm not popular. Why am I bothering? There's hardly anybody here. So that it affects you mentally, first of all. Secondly, it affects the people in the audience. So if you're in a 1,000-person room and you look around and 7 out of 10 chairs are empty, you're thinking to yourself, what's wrong here? Am I clueless? I'm in the wrong, you know? Is this guy a lousy speaker? There's no content? Why am I here? Why are there so many empty seats? Where are all the other people? There must be something better happening. So that's another effect on the audience. The third effect on the audience is if it's packed. I just think that when the room is packed, the speaker is more psyched up. The speaker will do better. And I think the audience just feels more energy. And when there's 7 empty seats next to you, it's hard to feel energetic. Whereas if you're sitting next to somebody, that person's furiously taking notes and cracking up at the jokes, you get, you know, swept up in this momentum. So you want a small room, preferably standing room only. You want good content, and just let it rip.